In today's episode, you will first listen to 5 English learners from around the world. They could all understand English very well, but they couldn't speak it, at least not at first. You will hear how they felt and what simple thing finally helped them start talking. After that, I will explain exactly why this problem happens and what you can do to fix it. So let's begin. Hello, my wonderful English learners. I'm Teacher Emma, and welcome to English Unlocked, the podcast. If you're new here, welcome to our supportive family where we learn English together with kindness and patience.
Hi, my name is Camille. I'm from Lyon, France. I could understand English documentaries very well. I watched American movies and understood every conversation. But when my Australian colleague asked me about my weekend, I couldn't talk. I felt so nervous. He spoke clearly and I only nodded and said good. After that meeting, I decided to change. I started recording voice messages on my phone. I described my morning routine for 2 minutes. Then I played it back. Oh no, my accent was so thick. So I found the same phrases from British speakers and copied them. Every morning, I made a new voice message. I could hear myself getting better. It became my daily habit, my speaking practice. After 2 months, I had a work presentation in English and spoke with confidence. My tip is simple. Record and practice. Don't worry about perfect sounds. When you hear your own voice, you improve quickly.
Before we hear more inspiring stories, please subscribe to this podcast and turn on notifications. These real experiences will show you exactly how to overcome speaking fears. Join our growing community of confident English speakers.
Hi, my name is Petra. I'm from Prague, Czech Republic. For many years, I learned English at university. I was an excellent student. I always got top grades. I understood my professors. I understood English books and research papers. But when I tried to speak, nothing came out. I felt so shy. My hands shook. My face became red. I wanted to say something, but my tongue didn't move. One evening, I watched a YouTube video about a method called shadowing. It said, listen and repeat at the same time. I thought, okay, I can try this. Every afternoon, I listened to short clips from a cooking show, 5 or 10 seconds. I played the line and repeated it again and again. At first, I made many mistakes. I sounded very strange. But after 1 week, my mouth moved faster. After 2 weeks, I felt stronger. I didn't translate anymore. The words came out like music. One afternoon at a conference, a professor from Canada asked me about my research in English. And guess what? I answered easily and naturally. I was so happy I almost cried. Now I shadow every day. Even 15 minutes helps me. It connects my ears, my brain, and my mouth. My tip is simple. Shadow short sentences every day. Don't wait for perfect grammar. Just listen and repeat. Soon English will start to flow.
Hi everyone, my name is Ahmed. I live in Cairo, Egypt. I started learning English when I was in high school. I watched English football matches. I listened to British commentators and understood almost everything. But when I wanted to speak, I froze. My tongue felt heavy. I thought too much. One day I watched an interview with a famous Egyptian actor speaking English. I liked how he spoke slowly but clearly. I thought maybe I can sound like that too. So I tried something new. I called it my copy method. Are you starting to see the pattern here? Each person found their own simple way to practice speaking. Stay with me because the next stories will give you even more practical ideas you can start using tonight. Every evening I chose one short interview clip. Sometimes from BBC News, sometimes from a talk show. I listened to it 3 or 4 times. Then I pressed record on my phone and tried to copy exactly what I heard. I didn't read any text. I just copied the rhythm, the sound, the emotion. After 1 month of doing this 10 minutes a day, I joined an English conversation club at my local library. I still made mistakes, but I spoke more naturally. People said my pronunciation sounded smooth. Now I do my copy method every day before dinner. It helps me relax and keeps my English alive. My message is simple. Don't only listen, imitate. Don't wait for a partner. Record yourself. Be your own teacher.
Hello, I'm Jin-ho. I live in Busan, South Korea. I'm 25 years old and I study computer science. I've watched English YouTube videos since middle school. I understand almost everything when I read comments. But when I speak, my brain becomes slow. I always think fast in Korean. Then I try to change it to English. It takes too long. People look at me, and I forget what I wanted to say. One day my gaming friend from America told me, "Stop translating, think in English." It sounded impossible, but I decided to try. In the morning, I said small things in my head. I'm making breakfast. I'm checking my phone. I'm going to school. On the subway, I looked around and described what I saw. The man is sleeping. The woman is reading webtoons. At first, it was very strange. But after some weeks, English started to live inside my mind. I didn't need to translate. When I spoke at our online games, the words came faster. Now, I can chat with international players easily. Sometimes I make mistakes, but I can keep the conversation going. So my technique is think in English even for 5 minutes a day. Describe your world in simple words. Soon you'll start to feel English, not just study it.
Hi everyone, my name is Isabella. I live in Sao Paulo, Brazil. I'm 28 years old and I work at a marketing company. I started learning English when I was 16 at school. I loved it very much. I watched English Netflix shows with Portuguese subtitles. I understood my online English teacher and most of what I heard. But when I wanted to speak, I couldn't. The words were in my head, but they didn't come out. One night, I tried something new. I stood in front of the bathroom mirror and started talking to myself in English. I called it my mirror conversation method. At first, I said small things like, "Hi, how was your day today? I feel tired but happy." I looked at my face. I watched my mouth move. I pretended I was talking to my best friend. Then I added more details. Today I went to work by metro. I bought coffee and bread. I talked with my coworkers about weekend plans. I asked myself questions too. After 2 weeks, something changed. I stopped thinking in Portuguese first. The sentences came faster and easier. Sometimes I even smiled while speaking English. Encouraging, my message is simple. Don't wait for someone to talk to you. Use the mirror. The mirror is your best conversation partner. Talk to it every day and soon you'll talk to everyone.
Alright, so let's start with the first reason why this happens. When you listen to English, your brain is working in a passive way. It's like sitting in the passenger seat of a car. You're moving, but you're not driving. You hear the sounds, you recognize the words, and you understand the meaning. That's great. But speaking is active. It's like driving the car yourself. You have to control everything: words, grammar, pronunciation, all at once. So when you understand but can't speak, it usually means your input is strong, your comprehension is strong, but your output, your speaking, hasn't had enough practice. You've trained your ears but not your mouth. So the first truth is simple. You understand English because you have heard it a lot. You can't speak because you haven't used it enough. That's it. Now, the second reason is also very common. It's fear. Many learners are afraid to make mistakes. You might think, what if I sound stupid? What if people laugh at me? That fear stops your brain from sending words to your mouth. Your body freezes. Remember this, even native speakers make mistakes all the time. Small errors are part of natural conversation. Fluency is built not through perfection, but through practice. So don't wait for perfect grammar, wait for connection. If the other person understands you, you are already successful. The third reason is that many learners translate before they speak. You think in your native language first and then try to change the sentence into English. But English sentences don't always follow the same order or logic. While you're thinking, the conversation moves on. To fix this, you need to start thinking directly in English. Start small. When you wake up, describe your morning in English. I'm getting up. I'm brushing my teeth. I'm making tea. When you go out, describe what you see. The sky is cloudy. There is a woman walking her dog. The bus is coming. You can do this silently in your mind. No one will even notice. The more you think in English, the faster your brain connects ideas and words. You stop translating and you start communicating. Another reason is simple. You don't speak enough. Most learners spend hours reading and listening, but very little time talking. You can't become a good swimmer by watching videos about swimming. You have to get in the water. Speaking works the same way. You need to open your mouth, even when you're alone. You can practice by talking to yourself in English about your day, reading a short text aloud, recording your voice for 2 minutes and listening back. Even 10 minutes of speaking every day is more powerful than 3 hours of silent study. The next reason is that you may understand English words, but you haven't repeated them enough to use them automatically. Understanding a word once is not enough. You need to hear it, read it, say it, and write it many times before it becomes natural. Repetition is the bridge from understanding to fluency. So when you learn a new word or phrase, say it out loud 4 or 5 times. Make a short sentence. Use it in real life. Your goal is not just to know the word, it's to own it. All right, there is also something called active listening. Passive listening is when you play English in the background while cooking, cleaning, or walking. That's okay, but it doesn't make you fluent. Active listening means focusing and repeating what you hear. It's what we call shadowing. You listen to a native speaker and repeat exactly what they say, their rhythm, their tone, their stress. For example, if you hear, "How's everything going?" you repeat right away immediately, "How's everything going?" This connects your ears to your mouth. It helps you feel the music of English. Now, sometimes the reason is not fear or grammar. It's simply speed. Your listening brain and speaking brain are like 2 teams. One receives information, the other produces it. At the beginning, these 2 teams don't work together very well. When someone asks you a question, you understand it. Your listening team is fast, but your speaking team needs more time to find the words. That delay is normal. The more you practice both skills together, the faster your brain will switch from understanding to speaking. This is why conversation practice, even short, helps a lot. It's like building a small bridge between your two teams. Every time you use English, that bridge gets stronger. Now, some people say, "I'm not good at languages," but that's not true. Speaking is not about talent. It's about habit. If you speak a little English every day, you will speak naturally one day. Fluency doesn't come in one big moment. It comes quietly, step by step, through small daily actions. So, my friend, if you understand English but can't speak yet, please remember there is nothing wrong with you. You just need time. You just need practice. You just need courage. Your brain already knows the language. Now it's time to let your mouth join the team. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Start speaking today, to yourself, to your phone, to your mirror, to anyone. Because the only way to learn speaking is to speak. And the more you do it, the easier it becomes. As we finish today's episode, I want you to remember something powerful. Every moment you spend practicing English is an investment in your future self. You're not just learning a language, you're building confidence and opening doors to new opportunities. Here's your speaking challenge for this week. Choose one technique from our 5 students: recording, shadowing, copying, thinking in English, or mirror talk. Practice it for just 5 minutes every day. Don't try to be perfect. Just try to be consistent. By next week, you'll notice your mouth feels more comfortable with English sounds. Thank you so much for listening to English Unlocked, the podcast. I'm Emma, and I believe you can do it. Keep speaking, keep learning, and remember, your English journey is just beginning to unlock. See you tomorrow for more speaking confidence. Bye for now.